Hello, this is experiment number 19 using the onboard real-time clock. So this is a demonstration of my program. So you'll just see in a second. So basically what it does is it counts down to New Year of 2020, and then it prints Happy New Year, and it plays 3 different frequencies on the piezo buzzer, and every other second the red LED blinks. And as well, the screen will get darker or lighter depending on the potentiometer value. Alright, so here is our board layout and explanation. So starting with the LCD screen itself, from the top we have the ground, then we have the power supply input. Next, the blue wire that connects to the potentiometer is the LCD operation voltage test pin, and it turns on the screen. And then the next one down, the yellow wire, the orange wire, is the data and control register select input, and then below that is the right signal output. And then if we go down to these these wires, it's 4 of the data bits which hold information, and then we have the backlight positive, which is the red cable, and the backlight negative, which is the brown cable. As well, we have one 100 ohm resistor connecting to our LED, our red LED, and we have a blue cable connecting that to ground. And we also have our potentiometer, which is connected to ground through here. As well, we have our piezo buzzer here connected to the 9 pin, and we also have that going to ground here, and this whole board is powered through 3.3 volts. Alright, so this is the code portion. So we have here, we start with getting the liquid crystal and the onboard clock classes, so we can use them. And here we set up the liquid crystal, and we set our piezo and our LED pin. And then we just make an int prime, because later we make a while loop so that after the Happy New Year, the code just goes on forever and just keeps counting up. So serial begin, that's so we can use a serial monitor, which we'll show after this. LCD begin, this makes it so we can start printing on the LCD, and it just clears it in case there's a code before it, and we just want to, we don't want any like two words, like at the same time, so we just want to clear it. Just brand new thing. Red LED output and the buzzer pin output, it sets the LED and the piezo buzzer's outputs. This creates an array of 16 characters, so we can use that for the time and the date. And so here we take this prints it. This is a formatting tool, so D10, it makes an integer with 2 spaces right aligned, just so that everything's nicely aligned. As you can see here, it's like it says 1, but there's a space here because it's justified to the right, as is the time. So that's what formatting is good for. And it says hour, minute, second, which just pulls from this set time kind of thing. And the hours, minutes, and seconds, they run on their own, which is the onboard real time, is what the board does. And here we set the date and the time, the date time. So this is the date, and this is the clock up here, and this is the date. So there's 2 separate things. So then we set the cursor to 0, 0, so it's just the top row, and we print the date on only the top row. Then we set the cursor to the bottom row here. Then we print it on the bottom row. And then this is for the LED. So I'm percent dividing the seconds by 2, which percent dividing is you divide it by a certain number, and it just plucks out the remainder, not necessarily a number like division. So if the second is divisible by 2, then it'll be a 0 and it'll go into this loop and the LED will go on. And then if it's not divisible by 2, then it will just turn off, and then it creates that on off kind of pattern. So then this is an if statement. If hour equals 12 and minutes equals 0, so if it reaches midnight, then everything is going to clear, and then we set the cursor and we print out Happy New Year on the LCD as well. The piezo goes off. It sets off 3 different tones. No specific tones. They're just 300, 600, 900, just to make some noise because it's New Year's. This is where the prime comes in. It just primes the while loop. Then this, after New Year's, this runs forever. Basically, it's the same up above, except the date is changed, and now it goes from 12 o'clock onward, and it just goes forever. So here's our serial monitor. It just shows the red LED going on and off. As you can see here, like 6 minutes went past since the Happy New Year went off, so it keeps counting up. And so the red LED goes on, off. And that's about it. Thanks for watching.